So my medicines are working well, and Kroger, it's kind of tough to get hours there because people are all trying to get hours, and there's people that were there before me, but I go in as much as I can, though I'm taking a couple days off to try to readjust my position after having to leave George's house. And I was not the person that should have left. It should have been Day Goodwin that left. I just understand George's illness and her approval that she has to have from men. I think I've told you, her dad's like letting her date a 30-some-year-old guy, and she's a young teenager. So anyway, but I don't want to talk to her. My daughter's, stepped in and said I could stay at her house, but I have no transportation to get to work at Kroger. I have about $900 saved up, and I get a check on Friday. I was trying to get a car from Greg that I could, put $1,000 down and pay off, so I'd have transportation, because then I could stay out at Hillary's house a little bit and have a car. I honestly didn't want a car until, I don't want a car at all, but September, when my insurance rates go down, because right now I still have a couple fender benders on my, so I'm an artist, and I do performance art, and I stopped doing paintings, but I have paintings that I give away. I don't think Richmond is that progressive of a town to understand neo-dada, and I used professional quality. Everything I did, I tried. The tampons are just gone. At Artworks, they just hated me so much. And I'm like, what have I done to make you hate me? But they do. And, as director of World Preschool, I'm going to ask my daughter to do a GoFundMe so I can start. I hate money. I like to get money, but I hate asking for it. I kind of think people should give you some money if they feel like they like your art or your show, but people just steal. They steal. And that's what good artists do, is they steal at times. I don't know. I've been homeless before, and that's what's going on. I have no place to stay because there is no housing for people with bipolar. There's a place in Charlottesville that has a year wait, so I have to wait a year. So I've been calling numbers about rooms. It's just discombobbled because I don't have a car. And, I can't live on the $750 a month. It's just not enough to live on. So I've been going into Kroger, and I don't really want to live at Dominique's farm because I know it's going to be a sexual thing. I don't want to have sex with somebody because I live at their house. That's not a pressure that I want. I think my family hates me because, they won't even come into the city of Richmond because they don't like black people. They say, oh, it's a dirty city with lots of poor welfare black people that deal drugs. I can see their point, but I also know we have to make some changes so it gets better if we want tourism in Virginia. We can so totally control what they learn on a computer if they each get a laptop per house. Not per person, but per house. Each get a laptop. I do love Liam Gallagher. I feel connected to him somehow. I've never met him. He's inspirational to me, and some of the words he says just touch me. I don't know about my daughter. I'm like, I'm going to stay in the basement with the kids, and I think I can be helpful. And I don't think she's going to put me out on the street, but we're going to work trying to get me a place to live, and she will have to drive in from Chester to Richmond to the Kroger. That's tough. That's too tough. They do have a Kroger in Chester, but having a hard time getting on the site for Kroger to apply in Chester. What would I like? I'd like to work with the architects on the design of the building and see what they have and what they think, and then we can talk as a council about the ideas, because the architecture is just going to be incredibly beautiful, and people are going to take a great interest in our work as artists around the world because of our beautiful architecture, just like the Opera House. The The architecture is so important. I can't just start out. People go, why don't you just rent that little building? No, the kids are the most important thing. This is to focus on our future and starting children in the right way and getting them the good education that they need. And I've been very fortunate, even though I have bipolar. I've had a lot of educational, and my brother traveled the world. He brought us back stuff from traveling the world. I would like to go and oversee the construction and, get to know the society in which we're building. So I can, there's unspoken things in societies. You can't even put it in writing or photographs. It's just there. It's a feeling. I know that. And sometimes I feel really out of it in the black communities, and sometimes I feel like they hate me. But I also think they don't know what they hate. They don't know because they've never been to the country club.